Hello there, everyone. I hope you're all trying to join in as much as you can. I'll I'll have to say I've been rushing with some stuff today. Today was a hard day, so I just have to get some things fixed for the live. So I'll be right back, but I won't turn this off. Well, I think I'm ready. I hope you all are ready as well. Olha o Manel. Olá, Matilde, estás bom, meu amor? Beijinho. How are you? So, what do we have in mind for today? Today marks the start of a new part in my live streaming. Um, as all the Eurovision fans might know, this year was quite strong in terms of national finalists, and there were loads of songs that were missed out, at least in my belief, by this that eventually won. So I wanted to do this as a bit of an homage, as a bit of a tribute to some of the songs that for me were very very special and that deserved a little bit more attention and a little bit more voting either from the juries or the televote in each country. And that's why we're going to talk about all the national finals. With this for today, this segment will be all about. We'll do all the national finals. There are 24 of them, I think, and they will be divided by 4 parts, and we'll do it alphabetically. So for today, we're going to talk a little bit about Albania, Armenia, Australia, Belarus, Croatia, and the Czech Republic. That's what consists of this part of this 4 part idea that I had, talking about the national finals. Next time, just to be clear, we're going to do Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Iceland, Israel, and Italy, which I think it will also be quite interesting. So I hope you guys can then join on that. So starting off by asking, how have you been? How was your day today? As I said earlier, I had a busy day. God, I need to breathe. Manuel saying I'm fine, thanks, and you? Oh, I've been doing all right. I had a bit of a hard day today. I was supposed to have classes until 6 p.m. until 1 hour and a half ago to prepare my dinner and to have a shower in lightning speed, something like that. Ostea, hi, my darling. How are you? How are things in Lithuania? E já agora, como é que estão as coisas em Ovar? Também é importante referir. Manuel, estou muito longe de ti. I'm very far from Manuel. I'm being ironic. And I want to know how his day was and how did he passed it. What did he do, and if he had fun. I'm fine. That's good to hear. That's good to see. Did you have a busy day today? I'll stay. Excuse me for a bit, but I really had to take a breath, take a breath, because this was, I really had to run in order to be right here at this moment talking to you. Sometimes you really have to run. She had a relaxing day. That's awesome. Now you're ready to talk a little bit about the national finals we're going to talk about today. I hope that we're going to have fun all together, as usual. Manuel saying just saw morangos com açúcar and the dessert show, nothing else. That was productive. Let's put it at that. Yes, I'm ready. Very excited. Let's do it. Let's do it then. Excuse me, but I think that today, for having to run in order to be here on time, and I still got late. It was 7:32 when this started, and I'm sorry for that. But I think there's still time to do this. What are we supposed to do? I thought of naming a national final and asking you guys if there were any songs that really stood out for you and why, the reasons why, the staging, the overall performance. I really love them, or if there's any interesting facts about some performances. That's what I tried to do. And beginning with Festivali Këngës, that was Albania's national final and has been Albania's national final, I think, ever since they began participating in 2004. And they had some very, very good songs this year. I think that overall and in general, over the years, Festivali Këngës is a national selection that I tend to appreciate. First, mainly because of the orchestra. It is one of the few national finals as of now that uses an orchestra to give the melody to the songs, even though they all have studio cuts. An orchestral version is used for the live performance at each festival. The winner, Shy, that then became Fall from the Sky, that we have already commented in a previous live. And I want to know, what are some of the songs and the opinions about the festival that really stood out for you? Manuel saying, from what I saw from that group, Albania and Australia were the strongest finals. I think that from all of the ones that we're going to talk about today, I think that these two were also the strongest ones. Ostea is saying, I love how traditional it is and that it has a live orchestra. Me too. It is something that I really miss at Eurovision ever since it got cut out in 1999. I kind of miss the orchestra. She's saying it was weaker than last year's for me, though. I want to know why. I want to know what makes you think of that. There were many songs that I really liked, and it made me think that this was going to be a tight race. There were many songs that many people liked, and even though it's really got the eye of the overall fans in comparison to some semifinals. I have from the 20, I have around 9 or 10 songs I want to talk about, and I want to know your opinions on those songs as well. It had many good songs, but no real big standouts that I missed. A little bit like that, because I thought that last year was quite obvious that the people really enjoyed and really liked Yonida's performance with that song. Even though I had the idea that a lot of people were supporting Sony with Moe Forte, was another catchy song. Similarly to last year, I think that the overall outcome of the festival of Festivali Këngës this year was very similar to the one that happened last year. The two songs that were competing to be the favorites were one catchy traditional song, one catchy and modern song, and a traditional ballad or a very strong ballad. And eventually, the strong ballad won. That's something that is very interesting for me as well. Some of my favorites from the festival were Bis Doi Me Sereneten. That was a song by Devis Sherau. I really like the fact that that song was so reminiscent of fado. For people who know the Portuguese style music fado, I think that some comparisons in the melody could be found. At least ever since I listened to the song the first time, it made me really think of a Portuguese tune, or what a Portuguese tune like that was supposed to be. And I really like that song for that. Even though I don't think it passed the semifinals, sadly. Well, I think it was one of the ones that really made me sad that it didn't go to the final. Um, excuse me. Okay. Bohem was too traditional for me, but I liked it. Wait, hold on. Were you guys listening to me? Because I just got a notification that said that my connection was unstable. Moving on. Bohem was actually my favorite. It was my winner, and I still remember having it on repeat all day, listening to that one song for hours, practicing for schoolwork, for university work, listening to that song. For me, that song was a huge company for me for many weeks, and I really really loved that song. You Fled Tirana is very beautiful. This was another one I wanted to talk about. I liked there was such a melodic arrangement, and the song was so well sung. It felt very classical as well. I really liked that song. Didn't like Asai at all. I liked Asai. Ah, Asai, yes, by Castro Zizo. It wasn't one of my picks as well. Wasn't one of my big picks. I know. I understand why it could have. It could be in someone's likings. I get why that song participated at the festival. It is very traditional from what I heard. But for me, it was more of a comedic song than actually something that could do and go well at Eurovision for me. Just a personal opinion. Uh, I was going to talk about this as well. Ostea. It's not my winner, but it is my second. Mangiros, that means color me. I think it's that song. From what uh, and Eurovision also begins to be something that I really can learn from as well. And for me, Mangiros caught my attention so easily because it felt like a song that could really go well in a James Bond movie. Uh, the percussion, the strength of the chorus. For me, that song is incredible, and it deserved more than what it got at the festival. For me, it could have easily won in my perspective, even though I knew that it wasn't one of the most picked and one of the ones that people really enjoyed as much as others. I still listen to it when I can. For me, another brilliant choice. Ayer, very beautiful too. For me, this was a surprise because I didn't imagine Ayer doing as well as it did. I think it got third. Yes, it got third place. I actually was kind of surprised because it is a nice ballad. It is quite calm as well. Comparing, for example, to Yuflet Tirana, it was a little bit calmer. Excuse me. It had a little bit more of a connection to today's time, and and I have to say as well, Sara has a nice voice, and I think that stood out, and that's why the jury really enjoyed that song in the final. Manuel also loved Bistoi Miss Serenetten. Uh, I'll say also like Yuflet Tirana. A lot of tops I think have that song in last place, but I really don't think it deserved that hate per se. Um, I know that it could be a polarizing song, and that had it won, the opinions overall would be very divisive on that song. But uh, I think it has charm, it has class. It is a nice pick. Exactly what I thought. Love the dark vibe in it. Ayer is also one of my favorites. That's awesome to hear. One song. Some other songs I really want to talk about are Shqiponia Elur, that that anthem, that party like Viking song, song by Gena. It was so cool. The studio version is so freaking cool. The live performance, it really felt like he was pushing. He was pushing for people to stand up and dance and just move and have fun with that song. I could see that as a contender as well. It got 10th place, a tied 10th place in the final. Actually, I wasn't expecting that. Now that I'm looking, also two juries put it last. I really wasn't expecting this because people really liked that song. and the fans really stood behind that song. Yeah, and I see why. Ostea says that it is her second. So I have to say, your top two is absolutely incredible. Usual, but though you had two songs that for me were also very high for me. Mangueiros was my second, and Gena will easily be in my top five, I have to say. Now, there are two songs I want to talk about, but not because there were some of the ones I enjoyed the most, but because of the backstory behind the artists representing them. One of them is Megoten Bosch by Tiri Yossi, and I have to say, it's not the first time that he tries to compete for Eurovision. Uh, I really like the song that I hope I'm not mistaken, that he performed playing a guitar, or that had uh, a very simplistic instrumental structure with mainly a guitar. I really like that song. This one he sang. He was well. He was one of the backing vocalists for Yonida Malici last year in Tel Aviv, and I really like that he still keeps trying. From what I see, he wants to go to Eurovision, and as future years, he tries out with a song that could appeal to a more general crowd. That's for me is what I hope. Another one I want to talk about is oh god. Now I get to realize that Albanian is not that easy to pronounce. Bot Perdi by Olta Boca. Olta Boca, if you do not know, she sang for Eurovision in 2008. Um, with a very interesting song, and I don't think they did I don't think they did that badly. At least I know that the song went to the final, and I think it got around 15th place, or or placing in that area. I think it. Another one of those songs that has power, and I can see why some people could like, but I don't think it was one of the songs that had the biggest relation to being a Eurovision song. Um, had it gone, I don't think it would have passed the final to the final. Um, I think the song is very so connected to Albania. You can listen to it and really figure that it is an Albanian song. But for Eurovision, for something as big as Eurovision, as global as Eurovision, I don't know if the fans will really support it as much as some other songs. Olta seemed to be one of the fan favorites. I'm not that huge fan, but I really like it. That's a bit how I feel. But you saying that it seemed to be one of the fan favorites, I really didn't imagine it as a fan favorite. Probably because it was Olta who was singing it. That's probably what made me get to that opinion. I think she deserved a stronger song. Uh, now, now I'm gonna just talk about another three songs, and these three for me were actually the main favorites for the win at Festivali Këngës, and they were Eya Mere by Era Rusi, Chai that eventually won, and Metana. my mind really started to realize that Elvana was really, I think, the favorite to win. That song had the biggest fan connection and the biggest fan base. And I think that either of the three could have done very, very well at Eurovision in different ways. I think that Chai would be an easy jury pleaser. Elvana and Metana would easily attract the televoters for it being such a fun song, very catchy and modern, with a slick choreography. And the staging. The staging will look very beautiful as well, with the red and the red colors and the black and the white. I think it looked very very professional as well. Even though my favorite part of every stage dress, the black outfit that she had, for me was striking. There isn't a thing that I see wrong or bad or even good about that outfit. For me, it is just impeccable. 5 star, I have to say. And I really enjoyed the. Now going back to a personal favorite, I really enjoyed the artistry and the originality behind Camela Islamai's dress, with the semi-final performance with Maneiros. The fact that she body painted herself and did that performance so well with such power and such charisma, such movement, such flow. For me, that was also a very very good surprise. Knowing that I really loved that song, seeing her dressed like that, uh, it even helped compensate the song, even though it was already a huge entry. For me, it made it look very professional. Metana is overhyped for me, but I see why it was hyped and really enjoy it. Yeah, I have to say pretty much the same thing. Uh, as I said, I know that many people really wanted Metana to go to Eurovision. Um, and as you guys know me, I know I have weird tastes. Excuse me, and Metana wasn't my favorite, but as I usually say, I wouldn't be mad had it won. I wouldn't be um, sad that another one of my favorites behind that. So as your opinions start to come around, I think we have time now to go to another national final, and that, as I'm taking just a little bit of time to get to prepare it. We're going to talk about Depi Evratesil, the Armenian national final. That's it. Yeah. The Armenian national final that consisted of 12 songs in one final. And the winner, Chains on You, I think was the actual favorite to win. Um at least from what I saw, there were a lot of people supporting that entry, that act. And sadly, I have to say that Depi Evratesil for me was kind of a disappointment because I didn't really see a song that I really, really adored. Of course, there were many that I liked, that were nice, but I don't think there was that song with the X factor that many other songs have, and make me listen to them on repeat. And really enjoyed them. There wasn't that song. I was saying I think Chains on You was the worst. And my favorite was Ha Take a Step. That was interesting. I don't think I didn't write that song down. I listened to it. I found it interesting from what I remember. Ha Take a Step. I found it interesting, but not a song that I would really enjoy. Overall, I think that my winner from this national final is Save Me. Yeah, I think my favorite would be Save Me. With It's Your Turn, It's Your Turn right behind. As I said, there weren't any songs that really catch my attention. Um, it's Your Turn. It had a nice melody. Um it reminded me of traditional party songs, uh, modern club-like songs, a little bit Latino, and I like that aspect of it. But I don't really enjoy the lyrics that the song has. For me, they're too basic in a way. Another one I have written down here is What It Is to Be in Love. And I wrote a comment saying interesting with potential. Uh, it had potential, but I don't think if it was the key of the song or if it was or it was because of the lyrics. But I don't think it got to that point that I really could really enjoy and get goosebumps and have it as a potential winner and add it on a playlist. That's what I think. I also enjoyed Heaven and Runaway. Runaway, I thought it was kind of weird. It had potential. I think the melody was quite interesting. But for me, it was interesting and weird at the same time. And Heaven. I think I enjoyed that song overall, but there was one part that maybe that I really didn't like, and I think that it restrained me from enjoying the song more, and that's the part in the chorus that the lead singer Arthur sings "Heaven Now." Ostea saying, sorry, but I really don't like Save Me. What it is to be in love is really enjoyable, but no wow factor. What is your winner? I want to find out what your winner is from the from this national final. Because for this one, it was hard for me to actually find a song that I could declare as a winner. There were a lot of songs that I could potentially like, but as you said, there isn't any wow factor. There wasn't that song that for me I could listen to it and instantly say, okay, this is a winner for me. I really don't have a song that made me feel like that. Emmanuel, well, when you can, I will really love to see some of your opinions as well. Ah, it's hard. Take a step. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I forgot about that for a minute. These are the consequences of me having a busy day and running around all the time and all day. It makes me feel like sometimes I really just have to drink a sip of water and relax. Okay. Well, I can't say I liked it. I think that it had potential to be good, but for me, it really didn't get there. As a song, I see that it has some character. The people, I think that people really enjoy that kind of music. It's not one of my favorite kinds of music, but there wasn't really a point in that song that made me really like it. I have to say. So overall, don't worry about it. It's great that you're doing this live while being tired. You're doing very well. It might not seem like it. I'm trying my best, just for you, as you can see from my voice as well. Okay. So overall, Chains on You, I think it was a deserved winner. At least a lot of people enjoyed the fact that it won. Uh, for me, I think they could do better next year. I think they could have a stronger selection next year because they've been sending great songs overall, and I think that they can do it if they really try for it. I think they can. Now we're going to talk about Australia Decides. This one is one of the ones I really wanted to talk about the most. I think that this was one of the first that we paid much attention to, and to all the songs that were there, and really was behind of all the talk that went around the songs and who could potentially win, who were the favorites to win, and even though the live performances and the live final didn't show it, because prior to the final, to the day of the actual final, I think that the top two would easily be between Vanessa Amorosi and Montaigne, the actual winner. I didn't expect that Casey Donovan would do so well and actually win the televote. I could see it more easily winning the jury vote than actually the televote. Ostea says the actual winner, Montaigne, was my winner. When I figured out that Vanessa was selecting a song for Australia Decides based on her recent album, I listened to all the songs and I really hoped that Lessons of Love will be the song that she selects. And when she did, I was Australia could have gotten a very secure place in the final with a song like that, which I don't know if with Don't Break Me that would be so sure, and we will really be confirmed that Australia could continue its 100% qualification success rate. My overall winner, and I was very happy that it didn't do as badly as I thought it did. My winner was Raw Stuff by Didiri. That's what a song is and should be for me. That song for me is heaven. Nothing against if we can we make heaven. Nothing against that as well, because I really loved that song as well. For me, it was absolutely amazing. But Raw Stuff, beautiful song, amazing lyrics. The lyrics felt very professional. It's easy to do a song like that with cliche or with generic lyrics, but I think that Didiri really worked that well and made a story with with quality in its lyrics. The performance was very emotional as well. I loved that performance. It's my it's one of my guilty pleasures. That kind of music is a guilty pleasure for me. So Ostea loves Rabbit Hole. I love it as well. And I was sad. I thought that Jaguar Jones would do better. I was kind of surprised because it felt like the performance, she really brought the idea of the music video to the actual live performance, and she did it very, very well. It really stood out for me. And I think that I was expecting the people to be more behind a song like that because of its originality. Vanessa was also great. Can We Make Heaven is so overrated. Even with the 5th or 6th place finish it got, you think it's overrated? I think it was underrated. It was one of my favorites. Diana had an amazing voice. For me, the song is that kind of song that I easily tend to like. I really like that kind of music, and she did it very well. The one thing I have to criticize, I don't think a green dress fit with the overall staging. I think that she should have worn a different colored dress. The live of Jaguar could be stronger vocally, in my opinion, but I agree the staging was amazing. I think she did well overall. I knew it was going to be very hard to mimic the vocal quality of the music video because she has a very unique voice and a unique style of singing. But I was happy with the actual performance. I really connected to the performance and really made me enjoy it. Yes, because it is my last. Okay, I get it. I respect it and I appreciate you for it. My last, I think, and this is a song. There aren't any songs that I disliked from the selection, but this one I think it was the only one that made me have mixed feelings, and it was "I Am King, I Am Queen" by Jack Vigin. I was expecting something different, having known Jack as the contestant of Australia's Got Talent. I was expecting a different kind of song from him. I don't know why. I wasn't expecting something that overall made me remind a little bit of Roi, the message and the overall aesthetic made me remind a lot of Roi. And even if Roi wasn't a huge favorite of mine last year at the time of Destination Eurovision, it grew on me. And with this song, it happened as well. This song grew on me because I really didn't like it the first time I listened to it. But now I'm starting to like it, but I get that mixed feeling. Also with the live performance, I don't know what happened. I think that with a little bit less effort, and trying to keep the song and the performance more neutral and more natural, I think it could have done much better than it actually did live. I like the message of it, and overall, I really like it. The song could be appreciated. There are some parts that I really don't, that aren't really in my my appreciation area zone, whatever it is. But I see the appeal. I see the appeal, and I see how why so many people enjoy that. Uh, Now there are two more songs I want to talk about this one. I want to know what you thought, what your thoughts are on Pushing Stars. I really don't think it deserved last place. Jordan was a very good performer at such a young age. Jordan competed as a contestant at America's Got Talent. Uh, I really liked the performance. I liked the song. It had appeal. It had a commercial vibe to it. But it was very nice. I knew it wouldn't be a winner, but getting last place with both the jury and the televote, I wasn't expecting that. Also because Jordan was very charismatic and he sang it very, very well. At least for you, it's still better than Can We Make Heaven, isn't it? And should Proud have won the televote from Australia Decides, or should it have won Australia Decides overall and have gone to Eurovision? Should Casey Donovan be the winner of the national selection? Yes. When I saw that Casey was participating, because I really imagined that she would bring a very powerful song, a song where she could really uh, put her lungs in it and really try for an historical performance. And when I heard Proud, I was kind of disappointed. I was expecting a song with stronger lyrics. I thought that the lyrics of the song were quite basic. But of course, when I heard it live, it really made me think that it could have a chance at winning simply because of her performance. Had she had a stronger song overall, she could have easily won Australia Decide and have gone for Eurovision. That's what I think. It may kind of bums me that the song didn't let her really show her potential and her talent. Um, but um, she could still try out. It could be really, really nice. But now next year we'll be waiting for Montaigne versus Damiim. That's going to be from what I'm expecting from next year. I think that the battle for the top two will be eventually between Montaigne and Damiim. That I think that will be very interesting. I always found Proud kind of mediocre. Even great vocals didn't help much. That's a bit what happened with me as well. Um, I really felt that Proud could have uh, a better work behind it, behind the actual song. And I knew that it was going to be very hard to make it a winner, even with the live performance. But when she performed it, I was very, very impressed, and I have to say now I actually do love the gain a higher appreciation to it. And now with Australia uh, commented, it's time to go to Belarus and to this amazing, amazing national final name that I don't think I'll ever be able to pronounce. Nationalny Otbor. Yeah. Uh, this is another case of me brutally assassinating the pronunciation of a name of something. And this one was quite interesting as well for me. This was one that actually, from the overall selection, I was quite pleased with the song that won, because I was expecting a song. I was expecting one song to be the winner, and it didn't win, and that made me, sorry to say, quite happy, because I really didn't like the song, and I really, this was one of those examples that I really didn't see the hype behind it. For me, there were a million songs like that already made, and this one just didn't catch my ear as much as others, as many others. Um, Ostea loves chakras with La La Le, La Le La. Uh, for me, it is interesting, weird, unique, a creation, artsy, abstract, animalistic, um, quite futuristic, noise mixed with noise, in a way that actually kind of works. I actually like that song as well, by Chakras. I don't think it was. I don't have it. I don't have it as a winner, but I at that festival, and had it won, I would understand why it did. But I think there, even though I really like different things in Eurovision songs, for me this one had just a tad too much. It had too many things going on, and it was just a little tiny bit too messy for my liking. Yes, I'm talking about Chili Pepper. I think I would be quite a little bit pissed if it had won. I've heard songs like that in pretty much all the national finals, and I can't stand. I can't really stand behind that one. I don't like the way she sings Chili Pepper. I don't like the way she sings that part of the song Chili Pepper. It's I'm just not really a fan of it. And don't get me wrong. I can enjoy a song in that genre, even though it's not one of my favorite genres. I can enjoy a song in that genre, but Chili Pepper wasn't really for me. For me, it would have been great and very different for Eurovision. Yeah, I have to agree. But it also could be divisive. I don't know if there would be a lot of people that could see that difference as a Eurovision song, enjoy it, and vote for it. I don't see if there would be a lot of people trying to in that going in that direction. Great, because I also really dislike Chili Pepper. So basic, too much heard before, indeed. Now you see my struggle. And I feel bad because I know that a lot of people like that song and were supporting that song. But that's me, weird taste guy over here. Yeah. I think that these lives are just me for an hour and a half, just saying how weird I am overall and how my opinions are different from everybody else's. Uh, from the national final, I really liked Hello, Invisible, Don't Let Me Down, David Na, La Leila, um, and True Love. I liked in some of those cases. I think it was something to do with the melody. I liked the melodies. They were catchy to me, and I have them. Uh, they easily got into my mind. For me, "Don't Let Me Down" by Napoli had potential, but it could be a little bit different. I don't really know why in the first live auditions they did, why the backing dancers were dressed as Indians. I don't really know why that relates to the history of the song. Um, and David Na for me was an amazing winner. I really really enjoyed that song. I was very happy when it won, and I'm sad now that it doesn't get to go to Eurovision, because I think that Val deserves another chance with a different kind of song, because I've heard one more of their songs, and they do really really good music. I can't wait to hear more from it. What about Fire? I'm very sorry to say, Ostea. Um, I liked that song. I liked Fire, and it is that kind of song that I get really easily attracted to. But the moment, and I don't know, I really don't know the backstory behind this. I don't know why it was like it was. But the moment I saw that song in the first live audition, with the backing vocalists seeing the lyrics in front of them, for me that felt a little tiny bit unprofessional, and it really didn't help me get a better vision on the song. The song is nice. A man singing on a piano is something I usually tend to enjoy, people singing songs on pianos. But for me, this wasn't one of the ones that really got got me into it as easily. I really didn't like Napoli's song this year. She has had such better songs in the past. Yeah, because I know that Napoli tried to represent Belarus at Eurovision many times before, and from what I hear, some of their songs, or some of her songs tend to be the favorites to win the national finals, but they never did. This one for me, well, it was nice. Okay, it was a nice song, and it could have potential with good staging and probably a revamp for me. Yes, David now was a well-deserved winner, and indeed one of the best from the selection. Thank you for agreeing. I knew that a lot of people. I don't think that a lot of people were impressed with that song being the winner. But the song itself is just very nice. My second, but only Chakras really truly stood out for me. Yes, that in that sense. When it comes to songs that really stand out, I think that the Chakras song was the only song that could really easily stand out. But it is a little bit like Telemoves, the song that we sent last year. It won because it stood out, but then it got to Eurovision and it got a very bad placement. I don't know if La won. I don't know if that would have happened as well, but we'll see. That is a mystery for the masses. It, it tried to go to the national final, but it didn't. It didn't get selected. and I freaking love this one. I really don't know why some of the 12 songs that were picked above this one. There's a song called Pour Louis that for me is absolutely amazing. Belarus trying to sing in French. I think it is new. It is something that we weren't expecting. It is unexpected, and I think that had this won the national final, it would give Belarus a great result at Eurovision. It was really a song that had enormous potential, and I don't think that the country took the most of that potential. Songs like La Leila or Telemóveis are risky, but I think countries should take such risks because sometimes they work. That and I agree with you, and I love when countries take such risks with traditional folksy artsy songs. I love when countries do this, but it really is a mystery. I think that even more now, it is so hard to figure out what kind of songs can go or can qualify to a Eurovision Grand Final. I think I think some people might be searching for the perfect formula for a Eurovision song, and I don't think there's one. Any kind of song can a festival like this. You have a song with only 24 words in 1995 with 30 seconds of singing and 2.5 minutes of playing music that won. Then you have a song that in 2016 won in a language that isn't very common, with parts of the song in a language that aren't very common in Europe. Then you have a song that wins with using a loop station. You have a song winning a song from somewhere in the 50s or the 60s, winning a song in winning Eurovision in 2017. You have rock bands in monstrous outfits winning in 2006. Then the following year, a Balkan ballad winning in Serbian. I don't. It is so hard to know of a formula for a Eurovision winner. I don't think there's one, and I don't think there will ever be one. Nocturne, Nocturne. Okay. No, now it's time to go to Croatia and Dora. Dora, that is a popular name here in Portugal because there was a singer called Dora that competed for Eurovision twice in 80. The most famous singers here in Portugal, an historical singer, Dora, and I love and especially excuse me, especially the song that she sent in 1986, "Não sejas mal para mim." Don't be mean to me. It is a song that is very recognized by the Portuguese people. Even people who aren't fans of Eurovision know and really enjoy that song and know that that song is historical, and that it is part of the Portuguese music and history. I agree with you so much, and some people still keep saying there is some formula. The only thing sure is that a winner has to stand out in some way. That we have to agree on, and I think that's also one of the reasons why different songs tend to win in consecutive years. For example, in 2015 you had a pop song. In 2016 you had like a dark pop ballad. In 2017 a classical song. In 2018 a pop club banger. In 2019, a very a soft but melodic song in a piano. Excuse me. I actually do not know what 2020 could bring as a Eurovision winner. I think it could have been a great chance for countries like Lithuania or Iceland to win, simply because they are a little bit off of that ballad like esque idea, but they still have quality, had quality, and they stood out in its own way, in each own way. Victories. Yeah, Emmanuel just quoted the refrain of the song. Não sejas mal para mim, oh, eu só te quero a ti, oh. Now, Dora, the Croatian national final that came back last year, and I have to say, I really don't understand the idea of the Croatians while voting. I really don't understand how they vote for the songs and the qualities they see in the songs. This year, I think the Dora was slightly weaker overall than the one last year. Ostea has 4 favorites in Dora. I have probably 2 or 3. Let me see if we agree. She liked 1. I don't have 1 here. Let me try to remember. Which one was it? Dora 1. She has 1. Divli Vietre. This is a song that actually won as a favorite. Naivno. Yes, I really like that one because it is the one that is closest to my actual style. Jazz. I love that one. That for me stood out. For me, it is one of my 3 or 4 favorites, I think. Let me try to. God, I listened to the songs yesterday. I don't think I remember one. When it comes to you, it is a great song that came second. And for me, that song could really have potential as well for a good placement. It has some characteristics that people tend to enjoy in the song. I feel like it is kind of bubbly, and people could enjoy a song like that quite easily. One by Dana. I think I remember what song it is, but I don't think I have it as a favorite. Sadly, I have to say. And if you don't have it here, I could guess right now that you don't like this one, but for me, this one is gold. For me, this one should have won. I think I would have had loads of fun with this song at Eurovision, and it is "You'll Never Break My Heart." I think it was so awesome. The melody is so awesome. The chorus, the way Indira sings "You Will Never Break My Heart" is so damn awesome. I think it's the chance to go to Eurovision and to let Croatia show a little bit of its fun side with with traditional elements as well. I think it deserved that opportunity. But I guess that Ostea might not be a huge favorite yet. I indeed don't like it. So overhyped. Manuel, I want to know what you think about the songs in Dora. Not not Não Sejas Mal Para Mim and Voltarei, the ones in Croatia. Uh, yes, I get why it could be considered overhyped. Um, I think it could be considered also as divisive as well. But for me, it is really really awesome. Uh, Not a genre that it is a genre that I tend to like, but it is very hard to find a song in that genre that I really could say that it is really cool and I could have as an easy winner and very high in rankings with loads of songs like this. But I really really love this song. It, it makes me laugh. It makes me have a good time. I like it. You already know it. You liked that I liked. You liked "Drowning" by Lorena Buchan. It just has nothing that could catch my attention. Yeah, okay, I get it. Lorena Buchan and "Drowning." It is an interesting one because for me, Lorena should have won last year by far, and that's why I say that I don't understand why Croatian people vote like they do with such a song like Tower of Babylon last year. Why did the Dream song like the Dream win? For me, that was a song that for me had nothing special. And my winner, yes, Tower of Babylon to Eurovision. That's what I think, and I think it deserved it very very much. Tower of Babylon to go to Eurovision. What more can I say from here? I really really liked Naivno as well. Yeah, I wrote about Drowning about Lorena. I wrote it was a letdown. Yes, it was a kind of a letdown compared to the her song last year. But the great part for me, there were some songs that needed more salt, like we say here. It means that some songs are bland or they just need salt. They need that kind of seasoning, just not only to make us eat with our eyes, but really enjoy with our mouth. Yeah, another weird uh, connection with food, music and food. My life in 2 seconds. Um, yeah. When it comes to you, also very nice, a great song as well. Overall, I hope that next year, if they have Dora, that the quality could rise. I hope that Indira could come back with another banger, and hopefully one that could catch Ostea's attention as well. Okay, so I think we have time to quickly talk about the Czech Republic then, and we'll finish it all off because I'm also a little bit tired, and I have loads of things to prepare because I have a huge surprise in mind, and then I'll post about it on my YouTube channel. There's a huge surprise I have planned for this next month and until the day of the that was supposed to be the Eurovision final, and I really hope that if I do it, that a lot of people could join. That's something that we'll figure out a little bit later. And now the Czech Republic to finish it all up. 7 songs, 7 great songs, and a very good national final. Uh, All the Blood with the group We All Poop. That name will always be in mind for me because of the obvious thing, and that's why I'm also a little bit childish. Poop. Uh, Actually, it really is a positive song. Actually, as the title also said, very very cool. I have to say that I think all the songs that the Czech Republic had in its national final were very very cool, and had any one of them won, I would be happy. Even if Kemama wasn't one that really sparked to my attention at first listen. Now I have to say it is a very nice winner, and I see why it won back then. I'll stay saying that Barbara and We All Poop are my two favorites that I listen very often. Oh no, I think that my favorite. Okay, I could consider three favorites right now. One of them is Kemama because of listening to it more and more since it got the Eurovision place. Um, I also really like Get Up by Pam Rabbit. I really like that one. And Dark Water by Olga. For me, amazing ballads, very nice. That kind of ballad that I really enjoy. Manuel loved Barbara's song and Kemama. I also really really liked Black and White Holes. It was also very nice, a very nice song, very modern in a modern style that people really enjoy now. And I have to congratulate the Czech Republic. Ever since they had this idea of making these online finals, they've been sending amazing songs overall, and they've been showing amazing quality of music. I have to say, yes, Get Up used to be my second before All the Blood grew on me. Yes, I really liked. I liked all seven of them. I have to say, I think this is the only only national final that I really enjoy all of them. The Australian one, there was I Am Queen that I have mixed feelings on, and Albania has two or three out of the 20 that aren't really my thing. But I think that this one was actually the one. I don't I don't absolutely love any of them. I think Dark Water is a great ballad, but I don't think that with all the 41 songs that it would place, for example, in my top 10. It is a great ballad indeed, but others were better for me. So I'm actually quite pleased with the quality of the songs from the Czech Republic. I'm actually quite pleased, I have to say. Nice songs, the ones you just said too. They were all nice. That's the thing I tried to point out. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Next time, I think it will be around Saturday or Sunday. I'll do the second part with the songs from the Danish, the Estonian, Finnish, Icelandic, Israeli, and Italian national selections. I think that the next one will be one of the longest ones because there are so many songs I want to talk about each one. There are so many songs I love and I really really love from all of these national finals. And so I hope that you guys can check that out too, and stay tuned to my channel because of the surprises I've got ahead. I really hope that they work. It combines some of the things that I had from previous years in my channel with something from now and something old, something new, something borrowed, and something stewed. Um, oh, I don't, I don't get why you're always so sweet. I don't get why you're always so sweet, Oste. Excited to talk about Sanremo, especially. Me too. Italian music is just so great. The Out of the I think 12 songs they had competing, or 24 songs, there are many that were amazing. I really also want to talk about the the part the performance that one of them quit at the middle of the performance and it got disqualified. I want to talk about it as well. But either way, uh, I'll try to stay to share some things about this crazy idea I have going on. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to do it. I think I will, but I really need a lot of people to join and to have fun and really help me. And I hope that I help you spend the Eurovision time a little bit better and a little bit more real. I think that this is trying to get to the idea that I'm trying to plan, but we'll see about it later on. I'd like to thank you for listening again, to thank you for commenting on these national selections with me as well, on some of the songs, on being attentive to all the songs, and for having a little bit more fun for another hour and a half with me. Oh yeah, I'm really tired today. I'm really sorry. I hope that today was going to be a little bit better, but it's life. Things happen like this. You helped me healing this early post Eurovision depression. Yes, I'm a little bit in that mood, and that's why I think I'm trying to create some ideas to help the that time be spent a little bit better and a little bit more connected to Eurovision. And I think that's it. Thank you once again. I hope you guys all stay safe. Stay safe. Sorry for these Portuguese English little mistakes that I do while speaking. They're normal. I'm imperfect. Uh, okay. Moving back to the serious note. Um, Stay safe. Enjoy yourselves as much as you can. Try to do different things. Listen to Eurovision music and to all different kinds of music. You can follow me on any social media. Talk to me about whatever you want to talk about. Just be comfortable. I hope you enjoy the content of my channel, and I hope we can see you next time. Bye bye.